not a good result at all. Spurs 2, Wolves 2. Stay tuned to the very end to get my level-headed, balanced thoughts and reaction and review of that Spurs result, which leaves us sitting mid-table. So yeah, do stay tuned. If you're new to the channel though, don't forget to smash the subscribe button. It's free to do so. It helps the channel and the podcast grow. Get involved in the comments below. Very keen to get your thoughts on this draw for Spurs, where we don't get that win that was much needed. So let's crack straight into it. Yeah, really frustrating, really poor, to be totally honest with you. Wolves dominated and turned us over in periods in that second half, and definitely deserved that draw in the end. That's the reality. That feels like a really bad result, and a result that leaves Ange Postecoglou's future really uncertain. I don't know whether get through next week, and I've been saying, and this is not generally how I feel. This is what I think will happen. I think he's under real pressure, and I don't think that Newcastle game influences the outcome of his future for the short term, really, unless we get turned over, because I don't think we expect anything going into that game. But today we were probably expected to win, and I think that team on paper should beat Wolves, who was 17th coming into this. That's the thing. Spurs this season have dropped points to 19th, 18th and 17th. We now got 64 points out of a possible 141 available. That isn't good, and that represents what has been a really poor calendar year. So injuries, I think, have been a big factor, and I do really feel sorry for Ange, but I think the problems are a little bit bigger than that, and I do think it's been a really bad calendar year. 2 wins in our last 9 Premier League matches. Winless at home in the last 5. The new stadium was built to be a fortress. It was just a blessing for us that Cunha come off at half-time injured. He felt something with his knee, because he really would have pulled the strings in that second half. He's really good in that first half as well. But in the first half, reviewing the action, Wolves' goal comes from a set piece. Another set piece goal conceded from us. Really nicely worked. Training ground routine. We wouldn't have had long to work on it under Victor Pereira, but they certainly executed that perfectly. Good goal. Really good finish from Hee-chan, but for me, he allowed too much space. But there are positives today. I thought Kulusevski again. Where would we be without him? What an incredible performance. Pulling the strings. What a player. We just got to make sure we can keep hold of him. He's the one I feel sorry for the most. We just need to keep hold of raw talent like that. Raw talent. Really impressed with him. Solanke, big shift for him. Today really helping the team. What a striker. Definitely worth the money. I do, again, though, feel sorry for him, because I think that we will run him into the ground. I don't think he'll get the service he needs or deserves. So that's frustrating. Johnson, really good game for him today. Won the penalty. Got the goal. Really nice finish. And silenced a lot of his critics as far as I'm concerned. Gray, once again, really good. Really calm on the ball. Again, we talk about real talent. I think Ange doesn't help himself here, because he had players with energy in the tank on the bench, in the likes of Bergvall and Maddison. He haven't played many minutes recently. He could have turned to the academy in Dorrington, for example. Brandon Austin in goal, if he's not comfortable with Fraser Forster being able to play out from the back. So yes, we've had a lot of injuries, and I do feel sorry for Ange, but I think a lot of our injuries are down to training, the system, the way we play. But also, he's shown a lot of stubbornness not to turn to that academy a little bit more, a little bit trust in those academy. Because like Newcastle done it, Lewis Miley, Man United, Kobbie Mainoo, Liverpool, Yao Kwanzaa, in those midfield kind of defensive positions. But just generally here, the position isn't the point. It's about trusting people, academy, giving them a chance, and I would have given Dorrington that chance. We got another injury today, Destiny Doggy, to add to the list. I mean, guys, if you're listening, get your boots ready for Saturday against Newcastle. We're going to need you. Newcastle on form as well, especially doing good going forward. Anthony Gordon, Jacob Murphy, Alexander Isak, they're bang on form. I mean, FPL point of view, you want to bring in Newcastle players for this game. But yeah, Spurs point of view, really frustrating. A bad result. I don't know where we go from here. That if I'm being totally honest with you, I don't often say that, but I'm going to hold my hands up here. I don't know where we go from here. And I don't know what this means for Ange. I think it increases a lot of pressure on him, and I don't know whether I make it through this week or not. So we'll have to see. If you're new to the channel, do smash the subscribe button and turn the notifications bell on for Spurs England Premier League content. Get involved in the comments below. I want to make these videos as much about you guys as myself, of course, as possible. Really keen to get your thoughts. Hope you like the new mic and the whole setup as well. So thank you very much. A massive come on you Spurs, and keep the faith.